Welcome to RHCE series of lectures. In this lecture, we will study iSCSI target and initiator configurations. So in this video, we will study how to set up iSCSI target. We will set up the target with three scenarios. First, using LVM, logical volume, then using partition, and then using any normal Linux file. First, we check the available disk space to create LVMs and create partitions that can be used with iSCSI target configuration. So we have around 5 GB space available. Created one partition. Now we are changing the partition type. This will be used as LVM. Code for LVM is 8E. With one partition, STB1 will serve as LVM partition for iSCSI target. Create another partition with 1 GB. This will act as a normal Linux partition. We need to run the parpro to update the partitions. Now we have two new partitions, STB1 and STB2. STB1 is LVM and STB2 is normal partition for Linux. Let's create a volume group first by using STB1. Then we will create a logical volume with the name LV_iSCSI and the size will be 800 megabytes. Check the configuration. VGS will display the available volume groups and LVS will show the available logical volumes. LVM is ready now. Now we will create a partition, or we will use /del/stb2 as a partition that will be used for iSCSI target configurations. Now let's proceed with the installation of iSCSI packages. And we need target CLI to be installed to configure iSCSI target. It appears that the repositories are not yet ready. By the way, I'm using local CD-ROM as the local repository that I'm using to install the packages. Now this time installation is successful. First we enable the target service. The status is enabled. Now we need to add port number 3260 in the firewall. iSCSI uses this port to communicate with the clients. We reload the service. After that, we will start iSCSI target configuration. The steps are mentioned on the left hand side of the page. First we'll create a block, then we'll create a file, then we'll create IQN, then we'll create a logical unit, and after that we'll create an ACL. Using the file will be covered in these steps. We can open the man page for the target CLI, and there's lots of help available. If you forget the syntax of the commands during the exam, you can always open the man pages, and with ls we can see the list of target CLI. First we need to create a block. For that we go to backstores, then block and slash create. If you press the double tab, it will display all the options available. Create name of the block is block LVM underscore block underscore LVM, and then the device name. Either we can write it device equals to, or directly we can write the name of the device. Device. This is the logical volume path. We will set write back equals to false. Block has been created using LVM. Now we need to create another block using partition sdiv /dev/sdb2. If you press the double tab, it will display all the available options. So we have created two blocks, one with logical volume and one with normal disk partition. Now we need to create a file. We go to the file, and this is the syntax how we create the file. You write create and then press double tab. It will display all the options. Name equals to file1 or anything, file or device is the path of the file where you want to create the file for iSCSI target. Then you need to define the size equals to 20 megabytes. Now we need to create the IQN. We have performed two steps, created the block and created the file. We created two blocks. And we created one file. Now we need to create the IQN. If you press exit, it will save all the current settings automatically, because this global variable auto save on exit equals to true. This is the syntax to create or write the IQN name. IQN name should be written in this format. IQN dot year dash month, and then the domain name example.com or whichever domain you are following, and then colon, and then the name of the target. To create the icon, we need to go to under iSCSI, and then we write create icon dot the year 2018, and then the dash month dot example dot local. Example.local is the domain that we are working on. You see, if we give the wrong syntax, it will not accept it. IQN has been created. Now we need to go under this IQN, and we need to create logical unit, ACL, and portal. First we need to go under TPG, target portal group 1, that has been created automatically. Then under this we will create, first we can create portal, or we can create it at the last, this doesn't matter. Let's just create, and then the IP address, or directly you can specify the IP address. It will pick up the port automatically, 3260. We have 3 blocks and 2 blocks and 1 file available to create the logical unit. First logical unit we will create with disk. The second one will create with LVM. Now we have created 2 logical units, LUN0 and LUN1. Third one is still there. So we will use the third one in the upcoming lectures. We check the status of the service after restart. We also verify the firewalls. The port 3260 is allowed in the firewall. Only ACL is missing, so we will create it now. Now let's create the ACL. Go to iSCSI and IQN, and then TPG, ACL, create, name of the ACL. Name of the ACL is simply IQN name colon the destination machine name from where you will be accessing it. IQN colon system2. All the previously created logical units will be mapped to this ACL. So once we access this ACL, these two logical units should be available on the client machine. Thank you for watching this lecture.